Hello. Yeah, making this back to... Let's just say I'm having a lot of problems. Options. Just want the music. Where's the music? Why is everything so quiet? I'm confused. Oh. There was music here. What happened to it? Why is it suddenly off? Oh. Maybe. Or can I use my headphones? One moment. Oh, there you go. I can hear it now. I need to add a little note to my head that my camera isn't working. Good morning, party people. Actually, now that I think about it, where's that reactive thing? I could use that. Reactive PNG. Source. Reactive PNG. No, testing. Why does that want to show? Oh, I must be in a voice channel. Okay, hold on. Oh, there you go. Here's my little guy. Except that it's so, for some reason my thing is just so randomly reactive. Try this. Oh, it just looks like I'm talking all the time. Even when I'm not. I think it's dependent on Discord's thing in terms of whether I'm talking or not. Maybe if... Never mind, my window's already closed. Let me just check the suppression settings. Just in case. Testing, testing. Okay. I raised the sensitivity and I think that'll be better now. When my dog barks and the PNG triggers and it makes it look funny. Like I'm the one barking. I want it to go where? It's going somewhere to do something. Oh, Twitch. Probably should have pressed record before this, but I can just get it off Twitch now. Okay, what am I doing? I am going to Stream Manager. I can watch what I'm doing. Pop out chat. There we go. Better. Okay. So, let people know that my camera's broken. I don't know, it just doesn't want to connect for some reason today. I restarted my computer, I did all the stuff. But it's like, no. None for you. I'm like, why? What did I ever do to you? Decided it wants to be a butt. Oh well. It's not quite 9 yet, so I'm gonna wait. Oh. This is how we will do it. I'm still cute, I'm just not as animated. Meow. Meow. Okay, I guess it's about time to get started. I was looking at one of my previous streams and I realized how quiet the game sounds. More quiet than I intended. Definitely more quiet than I'm hearing it. 1 second, just taking my meds. For some reason, the struggle was really real. I don't know how many of you guys take medications, but usually every day is just like totally fine to swallow it, and then some days your throat's like, nope, I don't want to do it. Nope. I was trying something and I failed. No, you hear the echo. Okay, well. Another day, another dollar. I turn it down like this. Let's get started. It's Friday. People come in time. We're still continuing the Turnabout Samurai. Yes. Oh, I forgot to change this. October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby 1. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even more unhappy. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's how I feel perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going to go into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. October 19th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present in the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it will be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. 𝗟𝗶 to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make Steel Samurai, noob. Raffle. 𝗟𝗶. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Well, please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If 𝗟𝗯𝗀 is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer did it that day. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. I was at the studios from about 9 in that morning. During that morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During that meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you're at a meeting that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. Is that when you always come into work? Oh, no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still. FWIW. I don't know what that's short for. Still, for what it's worth. Oh, that's what it's worth. Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action movie scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why'd it go on for so long? I'm pretty sure you've heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, that's the limp. Which of course led me to missing my lunch. Rolling on the floor, sobbing? I don't know. Again, I've never seen this particular shorthand. Starving. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak, the assistant cooks them up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. I'm just gonna press everything because you never know what they say. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory? It's a little vague? A little vague, maybe? Actually, there's something bothering me. Mr. Manella, just now you said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak? Oh yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off starvation. I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Pretty sure? Absolutely sure. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah. No, not one, Sweats. I wonder what he's sweating about so much. If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix. If his alibi holds, 𝗟𝗯𝗀 is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right. Okay, so I did this one. Yeah. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Hearing everyone else. I think I pressed this one already, but just... Yeah. Oops, I kind of skipped that one. I don't know what Edgeworth said. I'm gonna press it again just so I can see it. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with— oh yeah, I knew that. Oh wait, I think this is the last one I didn't skip. Oh, never mind. The Studio Samurai story in our budget. Get this, the sponsors turned to me and said, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So no one left the table the whole meeting? During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Let's see. It's like last time where I don't know. I'm like just pressing everything. It'll come all sorts of hours. Don't worry about that. During the morning action sequence in the employee area. That's right. There's a fight scene between the Steel Samurai. Nope, just us four. Okay, because he got hurt. I heard that everyone ate lunch. Where am I missing? What exactly do they have for lunch? Chibo steak, how to think of it, blah blah blah. Your Honor, that statement is conducted. Does? Ah, no! Hold on. Statement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oops. Click this. Click this. Click this. Someone's being sneaky. Okay. Oops, that didn't go so well. I hear that everyone else had lunch in the employees' lounge. I think it's this next one. I had a meeting in the studio, so I ended up skipping lunch. And the meeting till around 4. Get this. I sure can, blah blah blah. No one left during the meeting? Press. This must be the 5th one. I thought the other one was the 5th one. You didn't take a single break? Well... Yeah, no, not one. Sweats. What's he sweating about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for him to come. Blah 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 blah. If my hose, aspired. Oh wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah. No steak, at least. It's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem kind of odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila! What you want, Sweats? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Well, did his boobs just jump? I mean, I'm not judging, but also, like, didn't expect that. Good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it, but I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during that meeting. I, wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press him on that one a bit more. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story, the budget, get this, the sponsor system. Oh, yeah, I can be. But no one left the whole meeting? Okay, that's where I pressed it. Off my A game today. Maybe I do have an idea. Press him harder! Wait a second, Mr. Manella, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you tell the core that you ate that T-bone steak during the break? Oops. They're awful. Well, Mr. Manella, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. It's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me, Steams. I don't think that would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Yeah, we took a break. Okay, what time is it? What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so to 2:45. 2:30! That's the time of death. So you could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes. What were you doing to those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀 plate. 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. Why's that? Haven't we heard enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor. The testimony at this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim that someone from the studio trailer went to Studio 1? Impossible either. I agree it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio at that time. Aha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you have at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer and the meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the crime scene was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead had barred the way. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked over the studio's mascot head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well, the court's opinion in this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to this photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he's the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have a decisive evidence. My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. The court is adjourned for recess. October 19th, 11:04 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing becomes clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could have not gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that court thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, a hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cool questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth is taking a moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you can arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Donut crates. He's holding his camera. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean that you can push me around. Ugh. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. And I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness. I mean, Cody. He's having trouble with his gentle thing. You were present, where you were at the Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and the Gramps over there with the beard? Just Mr. Edgeworth would do. I prefer a bearded gentleman, thank you. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. So you're saying you had bargaining terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me everywhere I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make note of it in the court record. Cody's camera. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the courts about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path, and so that little old lady wouldn't catch me. Or old lady. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost in the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out to the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. This totally rocked right before my eyes came out the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera that day, it would have been time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old woman wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost in the way though for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. Totally rocked. Right before my eyes came out the bad guy. Of course the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, it would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of like a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? What? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me that day, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. Steel Samurai rules. This camera, take a photo. Okay, I'm trying not to look at cheese too much. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, when he goes for the bad guy, wham! Then the bad guy just stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, 'cause the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, and a samurai chop, and a samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Press him harder. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of all this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is, Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how you might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with us. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Because... he was trying to... Yes, Your Honor, why did Cody look away from the fight? He's still trying to use it. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he had recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could have just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything that he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Yeah means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. But very well, Cody. Could you please tell us about your camera, and why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the evil villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all. That happened. Yep. Anything strange in that testimony? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed across an examination anyway. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai just escaped the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? So I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When was the lens open? What did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the steel samurai. That's all that happened, yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even once? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, 𝗟𝗶H𝗸𝘀. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, 𝗟𝗶H𝗸𝘀. It's one of my powers. Well, wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved steel samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? I better find a clear contradiction soon. There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Present his book. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it as something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this to me the other day. Huh? Oh, right. That was what you told me then. What was it that you told me then? I go out to every live performance. I always take a picture when the steel samurai lands the final blow. I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the steel samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called A Path to Glory. Or it's called Path to Glory. Collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by 𝗟𝗶H𝗸𝘀. He claims it was a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurais won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none of them were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect a picture of it to be in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what the truth is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album for the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. Maybe? The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the samurai. No way! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order, order, order! What kind of stunt are you trying to play, right? The steel samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness testimony, the steel samurai was the first one to fall. Mr. Wright, what is going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? Steel Samurai was the victim? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, but he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Aw, shit. Aw, shit. What? What? Order, order, order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? I really thought it was the assistant. Like, who... Well, yeah, you drag your feet, but who has this much, like, leg on the ground? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember how Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No, he had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go to Studio 1, nor was there any picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. Huh? I thought the Steel Samurai is moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us quick. No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. Well, it looks like at this it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, but this doesn't look like it has proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo was all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a big, glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Here. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. I might draw to your attention the number on that gate. The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is this true scene of the crime. Show the judge. It's gonna be Studio 2. Here, that's Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. So the path was blocked. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this crime. They were the only ones access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there was a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding with the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss 𝗟𝗶H were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume, and then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer was the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting that he did this to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? No, they're so surprised. Suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Mr. Jack Hammer stole the costume. It's the sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table of the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label read sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test. Powers' blood. Run a test of Powers' blood. You should find traces of the sleeping pills. This much time after the day of the murder, even if there were traces, they would still prove nothing. No blood test could test that Hammer was the one drugged him, Mr. Wright. He's right. Darn. That didn't work. Let me try another idea. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle? An idea? Well, let's go on here. Check it for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Fingerprints. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Huh. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, many things have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why? Find the answers for this. Find the answers for me by tomorrow. It's a lot of homework. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance on this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. One moment. I just need to send text. Okay. Phew. That was a close one. You were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home after about three times during the trial. But me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Time to save the progress. See if anyone is around. It's very quiet today. I don't know why. I figured that Friday more people would be around, but perhaps not. Okay, back. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've got no time to waste. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal this Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through all the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything else that might help us? I can't see what's going on with Mia in there. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go to talk to WP? WP Powers, right. October 19th. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Oh, that's him. Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP. Only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Well, there's not really anything I can do to help. No, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at the Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, no one dares to tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. What are the rumors? Can you tell me anything about Salmonella? Or Mr. Manella? He used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows this name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he says how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big rock star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business, but he just stopped taking big roles, and that's when he began to appear in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to The Secret of Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? I have anything to present? Nope. Main studio. Little bag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Neek? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. I was wondering about 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about it, so sorry. Can I ask you about 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝗀𝘀, the director? Sal? He's a soft pushover. Does whatever what 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Arrgh! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you dragged his star down from the sky and stalked on it. Called him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he can sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Let's go to the employee area. I feel bad for sussing the assistant. Guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one more time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found the bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching. Eek! Gumshoe. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I only almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct, but I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to the sleeping pill, see? Are there any traces, they'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Mr. Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles. So, say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the empty bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Pill bottle added to the court records. Let's see if there's anything else you can find. The remains of the lunch, T-bone steak. Slide to the left. No clues here. I don't think there is anything else I can find in here, so I'm just gonna move to the dressing room. Studio, dressing room. Hey, 𝗟𝗀𝘀! So, 𝗟𝗀𝘀! We're close! So so justice for our samurai friend, turns out that 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀, the victim, was the one in the samurai suit. Part of how we know is that there was the kid had taken a picture and it showed that he was in front of trailer 2. So that means anyone in the trailer before they said, excuse me, they said, oh, it's impossible for someone in the trailer to have killed him because the path was blocked. But now that we know that the Steel Samurai, or 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 in the Steel Samurai suit was at Studio 2, that now means anyone who's in the trailer could be the victim, so aka either the producer or the director. And then, yeah, so they're trying to figure out, like, how he did it. Yeah, I know, right? I forgot about that. And so they had sleeping pills, and they just tested it for 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀's fingerprints, and his fingerprints were on it. And it was so you could there's proof that Willpower's food was laced with sleeping pills, which is why he took a nap for so long. And we're trying to figure out the motive of why Jack would do that. So I have a hunch that maybe, like, he wanted to show the producer and the bigwigs that he could be the samurai instead of the evil magistrate. Like, you know, see, I can be a main character too. Like, if you just give me a chance. But then somehow, you know, the scene of the crime was Studio 2, but the victim was found in Studio 1. And I was saying that I feel bad that I was sussing the assistant because she did nothing wrong. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it. Wait, what? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No! She says so calmly. How are you doing, 𝗟𝗀𝘀? I hope you're doing well. I wonder if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. Rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some kind of dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? My accents today have been slacking. I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to be making kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what the Global Studios decided. Why aren't they making kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to all forget this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who loved Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. The program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Here? What's this? This is why you can't stop the Steel Samurai. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Oh. Oh, this is the book. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just because some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer is a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. More about this, Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her, if she'll talk. Is there anything to be... I put all WP's books for so he'll be able to come and pick him up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. Yeah, you should have seen her. She was like dead silent until you talk about Hammer, and then she gets all mad again. Yeah, Usk, how are you doing? How are you doing? You didn't tell me. You must tell me. What, are you still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everyone's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Globe Studios what it is today? Hammer! He's all due to Hammer. Oh, right. I know the feeling about the holidays, except that I had COVID, so it was extra slow. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told you? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nicholas. Nichols? Oh, Nichols. Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. Health-wise, I'm feeling better. Mentally, it's a little bit more hit or miss. Because I realized I was basically, what's the word? Just being very avoidant, like, avoid feeling enough that I didn't realize that I was feeling poorly mentally, so trying to figure that out, but otherwise I'm fine. Anyway, we heard about the accident. What do they want from me? Is it this? Oops. It's due to the filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Thank you for asking, by the way. It was whippersnappers dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and they've recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim Powers stole and you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Do you expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What? What's the little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof of those pills? He used those pills on Powers. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss 𝗟𝗶? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, you see. Tired of holding it all in. Miss 𝗟𝗶? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. Picture of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? 𝗏𝗏𝗀. She has ties to the mafia. Oh god. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss 𝗟𝗏𝗀. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss 𝗟𝗏𝗀. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the trial. Is this the trials in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence. Oof. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year ago photo. Okay, so maybe you can go outside Studio 1. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer? Oh, 𝗏𝗏𝗀, mafia lady. Hey, Nick, it's Miss 𝗏𝗏𝗀. Hello? Hello? Oh, I didn't even realize that she was saying something. My mouse is on top. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fey blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Oh dear. There's a lot of oh dears coming from Phoenix. Oh wait, no, I don't want to go. I want to move to the trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funnily, it still seems pretty messy in here. From getting that rare card she needed. Nothing here that could be a clue, just some paper cups and crumpled documents. This is where they had that meeting. This is where the old documents are scattered around. We looked at this. I don't necessarily think there's anything here, but I feel like I should. It's my due diligence to check anyway. It looks like they're designing a set for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures on how much the set costs. I can't believe how much it costs. Should probably... Oh, let me check here. An incinerator apparently just pushed in it and it's already covered in soot. I don't know, for some reason, maybe it was like a show that I watched, but I was sure that there was something with an incinerator that one time, but it could have been something else. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Yeah, a man died there. We have proof. Sorry, I'm hydrating. Let's see. Side. Here, talk to Vasquez, so I present her with the 5-year-old photo. Okay. So now we have to talk to Vasquez with the photo. Oh, wait, back. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Alright, anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind, huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Humph, you came. Well then, what was it that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing the kids show for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag down Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it weren't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? That's what I mean. And where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, you believe me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did, and gave him a free bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. What? What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Oh. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Or tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so bad? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Vasquez. Why should Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. T. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me right now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then. I'll be looking forward to it. Gumshoe really wanted to go against all those people? Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't usually get much chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I just wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? T. Vasquez. Yay. Alright. I think that we'll reach the end by the time the end of this thing happens. October 10th, District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. 𝗟𝗶παι〆𝗀𝘀. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on the people present in Studio 2, the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Hahaha, I see what you did there. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Ms. 𝗟𝗶ሔር𝗸𝘀 to the stand. Ms. 𝗟𝗶ሔር𝗸𝘀 is a producer who was present at the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? 𝗟𝗶ሔር𝗸𝘀, I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do so when I'm not here. Very well, Miss 𝗟𝗂𝘀. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick! I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Joke's on you, she's not wearing pants. Takes one to know one. I hate wearing pants. I like to be free! I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12, sharp. It needed to end at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I thought it might be risky to walk with all that monkey head toppling over. Van added to the court record. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Press it! It's gonna press everything. By yourself. Yes. And you didn't stop at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it would be between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I took Sal with me. I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence to prove that she didn't eat the steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kinda wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty good at being the boss. But I'm sure you can find something, some kind of contradiction from what she said somewhere. Okay, go last one. Huh. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What is this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? It's a plate on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too! You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. Your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Oh, by the way, it was because you said we watched the anime end of the case? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Oh, okay. That's funny. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty. Pretty much anyone would. Ha, you see? Yes, however, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Yeah, well, that makes sense, the whole titling thing. What's the meaning of this? The spear was found laying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the spear samurai was not used as the murder weapon. Well, this is news to me. So, I guess the spear because it was broken. Take that! I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember, the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this, through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you diving at? Think about what you're— Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Mel, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you! I would make a claim like that. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see what the murder weapon is then. Oh yeah, so, Vasquez had, dirt on a lot of people, including Hammer. There was an accident where he accidentally killed someone. They were fighting on the top of the stairs, and then the guy fell there, and so she hit it, and that was like what the hold that she had over him. That's funny. Must have been this steak bone. It's a steak bone she swallowed. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked out to the outside. This was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? This has happened again! Mr. Wright, continue! It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Even though whether she did it on purpose or accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way he caused another man to die. 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. A man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer did die at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? Evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes between 2:30 and 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. Wait, choose. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, actually, for that matter, there's no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. With the van! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1, and then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate's costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella who drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put in the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Humph. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't question me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀? So it was you. You killed 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order, Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course. It was as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely that she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness. Today, if you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again. I would like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if we were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! To come so far only to fail. It seems like there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of Ms. Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Huh? I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does that make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see why we have anything to gain by repeating this last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Yes, well... Indeed. Verily I say, ergo... I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick. Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? She did it too. But... Wasn't he the one who said he'd always get a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth... My baby. After finding the body... I was with Sal and 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀, the security lady, when we found the body. Oops, I didn't need to do that. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀, was quite agitated, pointed at Powers and saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. And then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. We're really close. She might be acting tough right now. But if you put her in her spot, she was sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. I was with Sal and 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀, the security lady, when we found the body. Sorry. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I say it was then. When exactly did you meet? Did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You just try and listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember, what? There was a dead body laying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Ugh. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person is missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one was there was thinking logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus while shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said it was because she saw him go through the studio. Towards the studio. Right. The Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers solely based on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard this all after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. How convenient. But you can't just decide who police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot of writing on this with all those bigwigs in the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't need questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they were quite valuable. Wouldn't want to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think about rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Please continue, Ms. Vasquez. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? I think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going back to Studio One. Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What have you just said? Is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. What are you thinking? Are you the defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstand me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. You have to find something to peg this on her, or everything we've done till now would have been waste. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, poured out at Powers, that's how you did it. Asked to be left out. I went to the back trailer. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg her on this, or everything we've done will now have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I guess I had to present. Objection! You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? The one person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah. And when he was doing this? Well, it would have had to been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai costume. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. What real killer? Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he's fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove that she had a motive? Of course I can prove it. I'll show you proof I have it. I present the court to the evidence to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my proof. Is this the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the rug. Ladies and gentlemen, the course currently up for trial. It began that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 and not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. I never get useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. She had no murder. She had no evidence. She had no evidence, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Why is she surprised? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume that day to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then, Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, she snapped it. Uh-oh. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Maybe that was her lover. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears that you've brought about another miracle. Thank you. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. And for that, he should only found what is natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Woo! Pat him on the back. Pat. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad that you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. It's because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and the villain to boot. The kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. Aw. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. That's true. That's funny. Take that! I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh, yeah. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back to that sweaty costume again and... Huh? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick, it's Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good with I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. 𝗟𝗶hez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Oh, and pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you here again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Okay. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? He was his lover. What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick? For now, we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling that I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Ooh, backstory. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought the programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Ah, Pink Princess. Nick, this is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. Hey, Demi. Welcome, welcome. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards, too. We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine, I'll do it. Isn't this great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. Are you saying that WP is Pink Princess? If so, that's amazing. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end. Wee! Oh, I love this one. Just because I love this character. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to click it. Her name is Lottie. And she has a thick country accent. I can finally show off my prowess. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my camera. I restarted my computer. I did the whole, like, have you... And I did it with confidence, too, Demi, so don't ask. It's the one with... She has orange hair and, like, she has an afro. You'll see. Oh wait, it's saying things I didn't remember. 15 years ago is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year! Dun dun dun! Edgeworth! Okay, I'm gonna give Edgeworth a new accent. Like, I'm not- for some reason the male British accent just really isn't working very well for me, but like, it's just like that- the Edgeworth just like screams has to be some posh guy, so I'll just do a lot of blah, blah, blah. But I'm not gonna give him an English accent anymore because it's a struggle. Like, I can do the girls, they're okay. But Edgeworth has slowly just deteriorated into nothing. December 25th, 10:08 a.m. Wright & Co. law offices. Hey Nick. Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick. Isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. I love her face when she does this. It's just like embodies everything, just like mischievous and, you know. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course! Except that I've been slacking off lately. I need to be brave. I need to brave the elements to be forged anew under the rushing spring. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Could you, just take a cold shower or something?
Good idea.
So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news,
A large, unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax, locals are confident that their Gordy is the real deal.
yawn. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change?
Nick? The water pressure's kind of low in that shower.
You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with a hose?
Good idea, Nick.
Apparently, 𝗶𝗶 is no aid in detecting sarcasm.
We interrupt this program to bring you special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's a murder.
Gourd Lake again?
The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yes. The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They're arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yes, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick.
I feel like whenever it's like at the offices and talking to her, it's just like if someone runs out of things to do, or like they kind of got lost and don't remember what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, she is great. December 25th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
You know, Nick, we've all been here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Edgeworth. Ah!
Did he just leave?
Hey! Edgeworth, come back!
What are you doing here?
Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood.
Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh. Laugh! Well, aren't you laughing?
Nick, should we be laughing?
Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad and burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time that we can spend it down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. I ship them.
Edgeworth, tell me what happened.
Why should I? What are you going to do about it?
Duh! We're going to help you, that's what.
Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been here three trials. Hey, sure you got lucky and won all three, but your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience.
Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who gets angry?
The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way from your offices in the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no reason to tell you.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really...
Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? Oh. Sorry, I popped the straw out of my bottle and I was surprised. What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Gourd Lake entrance. I think we meet Lottie soon. December 25th, Gourd Lake Park entrance.
She's a real character, I tell ya. This where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of the park. I can see some police walking around here and there. Questioning people, probably. Hey! Isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal? There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir, nothing. Idiot. The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested the attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir, he's the one who— Shut up! Just you try and say that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. Just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Recruits. Heh. Also, I just realized that all the text has been, like, contained in, like, this one area, and then there's all this real estate. Is there something I'm doing? Text box, text skip. I don't know what SE stands for. Oh, sound effects. You don't need them any louder, thanks. Okay, never mind. Ah! Eek! Hey, you're that hairy guy, Hairy Butts! Right, Phoenix Wright. Will you ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it! He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head of the Fluffy Pink Cloud's lawyer. Head in the what? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out in the Gourd Lake. In that boat were two men. One of the men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth? A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right, who cares about the witness says? I care! You really believe him, don't you, Detective? Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. No one's ever really taking this investigation seriously. Oh no! After all that help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Do you know who will be Mr. Edgeworth's defense attorney in tomorrow's trial? He hasn't got one yet. What? The trial is tomorrow, isn't it? Well, I don't know the whole story, but apparently no one he's talked to will be willing to take his case. Why not? Mr. Edgeworth won't tell me. When you guys showed up, I figured he asked you to defend him. Unfortunately not. Well, pal, then you got a job to do. Help out Mr. Edgeworth. Prove that badge you wear isn't some fancy piece of metal. Prove it to me, pal. Show me you're an attorney. Who was the witness? Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up in the trial soon. Was there only that one witness? Yep, it was pretty cold out in the lake last night, and it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we've come up empty. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. Sigh. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my thumbs are starting to feel numb. My toes are starting to feel numb. Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. The sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. That's pretty much it. What? Wait, let me through. Let me in! Okay, maybe I guess I go back to 𝗟𝗏 and be like, you now have no choice. Take me or take me. Or not. I guess we have to go back to the offices. Tell me what to do! Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to 𝗟𝗏 and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save illnesses and confusion for later. What do you think I was doing? It won't let me go any farther. Hold on. Let me find... I have to show him my attorney badge. Okay, detention center. Your attorney badge? 𝗟𝗏. Let me defend you. Ha. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt. Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Okay, now I guess I can go back to... Well, I guess technically, but also... I don't know. I mean, someone else in a different one, defended themselves, so you would think. Is it true no one will take Mr. 𝗟𝗏's case? Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they had a witness. Hey, pal! Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him too! Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. 𝗟𝗏 helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to 𝗟𝗏. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talk about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Detective 𝗟𝗏, sir. What? Find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh, sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me before I head back? Can I ask both? You're not coming back, detective? Probably not, pal. So what should we do if we had something to talk to you about? Right, here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Detective received from 𝗟𝗏. Oh hey, Detective 𝗟𝗏. What? We'd like to take a look around the park. Can we look around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. Wow, that was easy. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said about for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Let's get investigating. Now we go. December 25th, Gourd Lake, public beach. Wowzers! This is Gourd Lake. Yeah. I mean, I think that just... I think he would have told you about the precinct anyway. Yeah. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at the snack stand. Samurai dogs. I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. With a name like Samurai Dog, how can they not be? They're a little behind on the times, though. The kids are... I mean, like, you know. Nope. These firecrackers. Huh, someone left some poppers here. You know, pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick. They might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. Take them. I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket? Poppers put into the pocket. Your trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. I can feel me losing my voice slightly when I'm going into upper registers, so my apologies in advance. Huh? I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks, right, exit. A hot dog stand, it's closed. Thank you for the hydrate. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Someone needs to redecorate. Oh, another one. Thank you, Demi. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way! I was sure it's because the lake looked like a gourd when viewing it from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it's shaped like a gourd actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. December boat rental shop. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place in one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats. I've never ridden in a boat. Really? Well, how about we go out when the trial's finished? Hey, good idea! You bet! A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. Oops. No clues here. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'll find any helpful clues. There's some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used for the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. 'Cause murder things? Move. Gourd Lakes. December 25th, Gourd Lake Woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. This SUV's seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering why all the camping pots and pans made of aluminum. Aluminium, if I want to be, like, truthful. They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law book saying they had to be made of aluminium, then. I'm not having this conversation. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp this cold. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. This camera has a... It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool, let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Huh? Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it's not set to be responsive to voices. Oh, what this then? This thing. The party poppers? Well, it responded. Yeah! Hey you! Get your hands off that. Eek! What in Sam Hill? Look at what you've done now. There go a whole roll of film. Huh? Sorry, what? Sorry's nice, but don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of film that costs. I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking, setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well, what? Don't try and play stupid with me just cause you think I'm some country bumpkin. Cause yeah, I know what y'all Yanks think. I say those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl. That's why they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb, don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now? Her chaperone? Yeah, no. Rather, we're sort of friends. Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for bejeezum's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. No, the gun, I think that what happened is, like, the gun fired, lots of pictures were taken, and then they had a popper here, so, like, to test to see if that was the thing that triggered it, and it did, so that's what I meant. I'm really sorry. What? Can't y'all see I'm changing the film in my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. Your name? What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on camera here? Someone, I'm not naming- wait, oh. I guess I had to show something, Popper- oh. This is my badge, huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of those lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I've wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here to investigate a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool! Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two. You can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? So sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed. Culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yank for you if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart. But y'all can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya. Okay, I thought her name was Lottie, was Lotta. Oh yeah, when there was that murder anyway. I ain't seen much television lately. It happened last night on Christmas Eve. That's so, Christmas Eve. A man on the boat was shot. Did you see anything? A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one, not sure though. Y'all gotta remember I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I've been seeing enough boats to choke a mule. It's kinda hard to remember which I've seen when. So, what is... Huh? Me? Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U. Right in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university. Country U. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you already? Meteors, yeah, meteor showers. Falling stars? Good job, Luce. That's a whole lot of heart. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made, a genuine Solingen. Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? The device? Your camera went off by itself when I fired my 𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀𝘀. Oh, that mic triggers any triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud sounds right now. A programmable camera. Neat! Malda's camera added to the court record. Can you see why I like her? She's got a whole lot of heart. I think that's it for now. Did I go here? Yes. Move. Criminal affairs. Detector. December 25th. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Looks like Detective 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 isn't here. Something wrong, miss? Turning yourself in? Okay, what did you do? Shoplifting, larceny, public indecency? No! None of those things. We're looking for Detective 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. Is he around? 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀? Oh yeah, he's in a meeting right now. I don't think he'll be out anytime soon. Okay, we'll come back. You do that. Oh, and go straight home and stay out of trouble. No more shoplifting, you got that? Do I look like a criminal or something? This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake. Gord, he's sighted. I don't believe it. Shouldn't you be reading something more important? These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Your mama could see you, you know, she'd be crying. A break and spit it out, you low-life scumbag. He must be doing some image training for interrogations. That's funny. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Okay. Edgeworth. This is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that, but I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick, Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate somewhere else. But Nick... did I miss something? It's possible that I, had to go back to the criminal department now, but I'll give the beach one more sweep. Whole lot of love. Break to response to noise, but only responds to loud noise like a party popper. No, we don't know who the victim is yet. The trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. Doesn't look like I missed anything. Do I have anything to present? Oh, I have her camera. So I can probably just show that to someone else. Like a detective. If he ever gets out of... his meeting. Entrance. Move. Criminal affairs. I guess not. Okay. Detention center, this is awkward. I was gonna present to him my thing, but Perhaps not. Is there anything I missed? I'm gonna say hi to Lada. Lada? Yeah? So your camera triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't... The picture of the murder did it? Hey! Y'all are pretty bright, huh? I see what you're saying. I'll tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo take late last night. I checked them once, don't remember if there's anything on them though. But what if I got something? Could be a witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back here. Come back now, you hear? Oh, she scared me. She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Okay, now we go to the police. December 25th. I guess Detective Gumshoe's still in the meeting. Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe. We just finished the meeting, for better or worse. I got the feeling we're in for some bad news. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So, how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end of the meeting, you did tell us something about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And do me a favor, stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help and you're the ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that it would be obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. A working relationship? You see, Edgeworth has always got his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I always work extra hard, pal. We gotta earn that trust he places in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you have my word on that. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Autopsy report added. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere long ago. That's not creepy. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here now. You don't want to know that there are potential evidence. Okay, wait. Gourd entrance. Okay, well now we know what the victim looks like at least. What did they say in the court record? Is he just like question mark, question mark? Oh, they don't even mention him. Okay, whatever. Hey, y'all. Lada. Wait up a second. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes, but You can't really tell who's shooting.
Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos remind me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? Reckon so. I reckon so. What's that? Don't y'all trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't you see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta. Don't let it get to your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter. I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. I'm gonna say hot damn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. The question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Big photo added to the court record. Looks like the police have given up the interviewing. Hey! Oh, hello, Santa. Ah! Nick! I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick? You know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me! Oh, it's Larry, so he has a country accent too. Larry, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working at my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl, 𝗟𝗀 deserves the best. 𝗟𝗀? Not another model, I hope. Oh, 𝗟𝗀's a fine, fine woman, Nick. It was her idea to wear this costume. She was all like, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought me this costume. She bought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not my what? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister. No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh? Sounds great. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night, and since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with 𝗟𝗀, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Oof. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just 𝗟𝗀's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model, I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. The defendant is Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick. You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth. The old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs? Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd... yeah. Well, originally they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs. Ouch. The samurai thing was 𝗟𝗀's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. She's all like, change your name and go, girlfriend. She made me that banner.
Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake. What with the big news? The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? So, Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been a kind of stick in the mud, studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father. Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait, you said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That, like, the total opposite of a defense attorney. Huh. Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak. Those who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about a man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick? Nick? What is pulling a scoobs? I missed that. I was reading, sorry. What's pulling a scoobs? What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. Monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's paper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Nick, a monster, a real monster. I'm mixing up the accents now. Yeah, it's probably just a log or something. Right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by a loud of something slipping in the water. Wow, that was a bit of a stretch, Demi. I wish I could have seen it. One second. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. What? 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Gordy article added to the court record. Have I seen her yet? Oh, I was leaving. Make entrance. Move. Maybe I'll try the detention center again. Nope. Not a gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Okay. What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy, he's a lawyer. At that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I was going there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait, you mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him for old time's sake. Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, you are Mia's something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes, Miss Phoenix Wright. Ah, haha, and you are Mia's something too, are you not? Yeah, I'm her little sister, yes. You've grown. You come to look a lot like your sister, you know. It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir? Hmm? Ah, yes. I beg your pardon, and of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess you hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting? Oh yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I cannot exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's just my just desserts. Old bitter desserts. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man before, somewhere. Ah! Do you remember? He was a lawyer. He was here in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond? And you say this is the man Edgeworth shot? So this is the moment of the crime took place, eh? Yes. You can't really say for sure that it's Edgeworth. I'm not really sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Not sure at all. Go to the convention center, maybe? No, still not there. This is fine. Criminal affairs? No, okay, this is fine. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to... There was more I was supposed to do. Who is this Hammond guy, anyway? Mr. Hammond, he was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for me as a murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... That medium Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium Misty Faye, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim, but... The case was a loss, no conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes, happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Faye used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please. Don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait. What does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim of the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait, this is a photograph of my mother. Okay. Now I think we're... What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? No concern of yours. I guess he hasn't found anyone yet. It's possible that he can't defend himself because he's a prosecutor. Can I ask you about the murder? Right. I'll ask you again, just leave me alone. No, I need to present something. I'm not doing this to be tough, or because I look down on you. I just don't want you anywhere near this case, understand? Why did you go to Gourd Lake? I have no intention of telling you. Nor, apparently, would you tell Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe was really worried about you. Edgeworth? It's only a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit, I'm impressed, right? You are always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident, right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So do you think it would still have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask me whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. That was easy. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested, a man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared that suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mother. What? You don't mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this... About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December 28th. December 28th. The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case statute of limitations runs out, legally the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from the public view. No one knows where to. If he's still alive, he's probably about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. Was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So, you were sort of in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, right? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Of course we will. Ah, who could have guessed that this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Edgeworth's request put in the pocket. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake? It's a big one! Wah! Wah! It's calming down! Whew, that was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter request to Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, we'll just leave the guy on the floor. NBD. Feel better, Edgeworth? What's going on here? Hey! What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady came in here just a little while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's all this about, pal? A lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just about to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal. Go talk to him again for me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him defend, please. I know you're the only one. Well, I thought it would just be like, oh, well, I have this. Apparently I have to actually present it to him. I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be a life or death for... You got a witness saying she saw the very moment of the murder, and we got a photo taken when the shot rang out. I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's gotta be something I've overlooked. So, what did Miss Hart say? She said she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol. What? She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should help us see who's who. She can do that? Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photo that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great. In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow. Huh? What happened to the other witness? Well, apparently there was a cancellation. A cancellation? Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal! Glad I waited till the last minute to fill those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow then. Good luck. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Oh yeah, I just gave Phoenix the accent. Oops. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. To be continued. Perfect timing! Wow. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you too for hanging around. My holy friends. Just kidding. Okay. I'm gonna take a little break and I'll be back at in an hour and I'll be doing rigging and stuff. So thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.